What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League and talk about where our opinions are on this game right now. So honestly, I really want to hear from you guys. That's one of the main reasons why I made this video. I'll of course talk about how I feel about it currently, after obviously the state of play. I really want to hear where you guys are, whether you're buying it, not buying it, all those kind of things in the comments. Because to start the video, I'll say this. From what I've seen, there's been an interesting split. And now this is primarily my community. This could be different elsewhere. I have seen a lot of YouTube channels, going after the state of play. So I don't think the general reception to it was very good. But in terms of reading what you all think, obviously I can only go so far, and most of it comes from my own internal circle. So I would say there's an okay amount, maybe like a 20-25% amount of people that just outright despise it, hate it, and are not getting the game. I think there's another maybe 20% or so, maybe around the same percentage, that actually don't mind it at all. It's their thing, which we have talked about, right? This is a game that maybe isn't for some people, but factually it will be for other people. It just will. You can debate if that's the right or wrong thing, but I do think that's what's happened here. So you have that group. And then the final group, which would be around half the people, right? I think have reluctantly kind of given in to the game, where they're not necessarily pleased with what they saw. Maybe they're more in the middle, right? They don't think it's good, but they also don't think it's complete trash, and they're gonna buy it off of Rocksteady, right? That's kind of the primary reason. And to be honest with you, that's kind of where I am. So where I am right now, sitting here, at the beginning of March, just a few months from this thing coming out. And I really think actually what's best for this game at this point, by the way, would be to give some sort of beta. I think having us feel it, touch it, being able to experience these characters, how they feel in the world, I really think actually would be the best thing they could do. We'll maybe talk about that more in other videos, but that's where I'm at. I'm not pleased with what we saw. And this is kind of important, right? Because when you see something in life, movies, television, really entertainment, right? You're going to have an immediate reaction. And I'm not here to say you can't, because my rules are pretty strict and I follow them. You guys do literally whatever you want and I'll do what I want. I will have my reaction when it first was shown, and I wasn't pleased. Then you're going to have a kind of a step back period, right? Some weeks or days are going to go by. You're going to look back at it again, and you're going to say, okay, what do I think about it now? And I do think opinions can change in that window. What I'll say is actually my opinion has just been a general non-interest. Like, I just haven't thought about it too much. I think if I do think about it, I probably do wind up close to where I was, which was I'm not pleased. I'm not pleased with the direction that this game has gone. With that being said, and I have said some positives when the state of play happened, I fully intend to still get this game. I still believe they can tell a story and have characters that have kind of depth to them. So that's my primary thing. At this point, that is the main thing, is the characters, the plot. I guess to some small degree, Batman. I think some people are actually going to get this game specifically because of Kevin Conroy. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that. I'll tell you, that helps. It for sure helps. And then maybe the gameplay lands. The thing that I said in the state of play, and I do feel very strongly about it still, that definitely has not changed. Judging gameplay is super hard. This is something actually I have seen in the comments of my own videos, with you all. I do think people kind of understand this generally. Again, it's not to say you can't have a negative opinion on it right now or a positive. Again, you think whatever you want. I've been burned with thinking that gameplay was going to be bad, and then it turns out to be good. Or even the other way around, to be honest with you. So you don't really know until you pick up that controller and you play it. So for me, the gameplay definitely doesn't look great. I think you can judge elements of it. So like the materials bouncing out of enemies, and you can go down that live service kind of road. I think you can judge that right now without touching it because you have past examples, you have experience. But in terms of literally how these characters are going to feel, honestly, it could actually feel really good. When we get our hands on it, it could honestly be a really good experience. So that's where I'm at. I'm not feeling great. This game, to be honest with you, though, has never been, because I did I ranked like my top 35 or so games that were releasing in 2023. I don't think Suicide Squad was in the top 5. I do think it was in the top 10. I was never looking for this game to be Game of the Year. And again, I'm not saying you can't, and I do understand that, right? You're around long enough online. I understand that there's some people out there that just buy certain kinds of games. So for some people, this was their game, or this is their game. It has been for years, or this is the game of 2023 for them, or it's in their top 3. But I'm trying to be generally open-minded on this game. And again, I never really thought it was going to be the greatest thing of all time. I definitely never thought it was going to be awful either. So it was always in that this is a game I'm really, really looking forward to that has definitely taken a hit. I'm not going to pretend like I'm more or less excited for something than I actually am. But it didn't kill it. So if you were wondering, hey, did this stuff kill, the excitement for this game for Alex? No, it actually didn't. In some ways, I actually want to play the game more now to see what the finished product is. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.